Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Rimworld Ascension, episode 55. If you enjoy this episode, please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, MODLIST is down in the description. And with that, let's get into the episode. Well, the plan for today's episode is pretty simple. We have gotten power established, which means that now we can finally, after so many episodes, build a machining table, which will allow us to make guns and ammo. We will need more components, though, in order to build that, so we are going to go ahead, mine out this vein, grab those components. We're also going to be finishing up the new prison today. Those are the two big things we want to get done. We want ammunition, and we want a prison. If we can, I would also like to increase our food stores as much as we can. Hunt anything that enters the map, of course. But predominantly just harvest the rice. Keep growing rice, harvest the rice. And I also was thinking that we should grow something that grows faster than rice, which is these radishes. They grow in 1.5 days, and they give the same yield as rice. So we can grow those instead of rice and get more food over a shorter amount of time, which is going to be necessary. We're also going to go ahead and deconstruct all the passive coolers. We do not need them. We're going to put a ceiling fan in the hospital as well in order to take over the cooling, but that's not too terribly important. And there we go. We now have a ceiling fan in the hospital, which will thankfully keep it nice and cooled so that our people don't die of heat stroke. Heat stroke is going to be a pretty consistent problem, it seems, which is somewhat annoying. We're going to go ahead and set Maze up to do smithing and tailoring, priority number 2, at least until Spain here is capable of getting up and getting to work. You know, we should also, just before I forget to, set this up to be mined out. I think it's about time we give our colonists a proper bathroom, which also means that we get to do the joy that is setting up all of the sewer outlets. We're going to set one up right here so that we don't have to run the plumbing all the way out of the wall and around. It'll just be easier to just do a quick cut through right here. And we will be building all the plumbing out of wood in order to save on less renewable resources. Oh good, looks like the rice is being harvested now. Hopefully that'll give us enough food to last until the next harvest. Hopefully. No guarantees though. It is up in the air. Looks like they also finished mining out all those components. Also very good. Let's go ahead and have them prioritize, though, digging out this slate so that we can get it filled in sooner. And there we go. Alright, let's make sure that we get those walls constructed as soon as we can, though. Don't want to keep the freezer thawed for too long. And there we go. The freezer has been resealed and can now go back to freezing temperature. Although that will take some time, seeing as it skyrocketed up into the over 100 degrees. The meal tray got built as well. Well, this is only going to be set up to hold grilled meals, even the ruined ones, just to get them out of here. And we will never store grilled meals in the freezer, seeing as that completely and totally ruins them. And we now have a machining table, which means we can do this. Make industrial ammo. So now we can do that, which will mean we can start using the bullpup rifle again, as well as making our own guns, which will be quite nice. You know what, let's also move the horseshoe pins inside so that they don't have to go outside to do that. That's something I should have done a long time ago. Honestly, I kind of forgot that we even had that built. Oh, looks like we've also fully harvested all the rice. Well, in that case, we need maize to go ahead and start planting the new radishes. See how well those do. But, in the meantime, we do have a full 3 days of food, which should be more than enough time for the radishes to grow. If the numbers are accurate, that is. And there it is, the first radish. Another nice thing about these radishes growing so fast is that the not ideal temperature growth multiplier won't be as detrimental. As they already grow so fast, having them take a little longer won't immediately destroy us. And once we have a sizable food reserve, we can work around the lengthened time it takes for crops to grow. We just don't have that luxury right now. Let's also use the convert on Otter, since Otter is the only one who currently does not believe in ranchism. Should take about 2 more to get him converted, I'd say. Not too terrible. And voila! We have now dug out the future bathroom. Of course, there's nothing in here yet. Still need to set it all up. But that is simple enough for us to do. The plan for the bathroom is very simple. We are going to have 4 toilets, like so, and we are going to have 2 basins, like so. Then all we have to do is run the plumbing all the way over, and there we go. It is a bit cramped, but they don't even have a bathroom right now, so I'm pretty sure they won't be too bothered by the bathroom being a little cramped. I'm sure they will enjoy just having a bathroom in general. They have also, once this last little bit of steel here is mined, have mined out the entire prison, which means we also get to work on building that now. So once Otter's done eating, we're going to have Otter go ahead and start hauling off some of that steel. Now, we are going to use these cell walls and doors. And these prisons are going to be pretty tiny, honestly. Let's make sure we set this up right. There we go. So the prison's basically going to just be a bed and a toilet, and that's it. That's the whole prison. A bed and a toilet. So all of it will be built out of steel, which means Pi won't have to spend 3 billion years hauling wood all over, which is something we need to work around. We really do need to just go pick all that up. But now you might be wondering, what are we going to dig out next? Well, let me tell you, I've done some thinking on it. While we could dig out some more bedrooms, or dig out the slave barracks, that's not what we're going to do, because this is bothering me a lot. What we are going to do is we are going to dig out a storage facility up here. Now, it's going to be pretty big, so it'll have a 2-block hallway, just like down here. And we are going to have a truly gargantuan storage area going all the way up to a 9x15 sized warehouse, which is big. And of course, we will need an area in which we craft items as well, which will look a little something like this. So we'll have the crafting area and the warehouse, which should be hopefully enough space, at least for a bit. I'm sure we'll need to expand it sometime in the future if we don't have to move base again. But now that we're in the industrial era, I don't think moving base is something that's going to be happening all too frequently. Look at that. We have a grand total of 38 simple meals and 11 ruined grills, which are probably not the best for eating, but they're edible, so can't really complain about it. You know what I just noticed looking around the base? It seems that the fans actually have their own lights. So this wasn't needed to be built. So we're going to go ahead and just deconstruct that. It also seems like the lights for the fans just stay on and don't turn off, which makes sense considering they are also coolers. So that is something I will have to be somewhat concerned about. Not too terribly much. Power is not really a concern. We can always just build more of these. Like a lot more of them. This thing can produce a ridiculous amount of power. Wait a second. I spy with my eyes a herd of muffalo, which are all going to be exterminated. We're going to kill them all. We're also going to go ahead and, since we're going to be killing them all, we are going to cook until we have X grilled meals, where X is 20. Let's also just make sure that the simple meals don't use meat. Very good. Maize, I'm gonna need some bullets. Alright, we have made the ammo. So we are going to go ahead, reload that bullpup rifle, and we are going to have both Maize and Calhoun focus on hunting. As much as planting is important, if we can kill even just a couple of these muffalo, we'll be golden for food. Also, I don't know if we have a bill for it. We do. We do not want to make primitive ammo anymore. We are maneuvering ourselves to full industrialization, which also means we need to make some more guns. Proper guns, I should say. And I think we're going to just make some bolt-action rifles. Well, one bolt-action rifle, I should say. Oh, no, we need to build exactly one more wooden pipe, and then we will have all the pumps hooked up. Okay, there we go. Now all of the plumbing has water going through it. Very good. You know what? Let's also build a kitchen sink. And we can hook that up to the plumbing as well. Not sure if it'll function like the basins, but I presume it does. It would make logical sense if it did. I almost feel bad for that poor herd of muffalo, but I don't. Because we need the meat. And since we are making grills out of it, we don't have to worry about starving nearly as fast. Because remember, the grills decrease the rate hunger goes down, which means we will consume less food over the same amount of time. And all the stone chunks have now been hauled out of the bathroom and the dining room. The whole base now only has 3, which are in Calhoun's room, which we'll get rid of some point this episode. They're not that high on the priority list. Looks like Pi is making good work on the new prison, though. In fact, Pi has finished the new prison. And since Pi has finished the new prison, that means that we now need to give them some beds. We're going to give them steel beds, because if we give them wood beds, then they could break said beds and use the wood to fight us. Can't use steel, though. Steel is not considered a weapon. So we'll use it. And yes, we will be giving them a singular toilet each. A singular steel toilet right next to their bed. Actually, you know what? No. We won't put it right next to their bed because that's just wrong. We'll do it like this. Put it by the door. That's so much better. Let's make sure we get the alignment right, though. I think that's about right. And then all we do is we run some plumbing. Select the align tool because I'm lazy. Boom. Is that going to be the permanent placement of it? Absolutely not. But it's going to be the placement for now. We also need to go ahead and deconstruct that random steel basin we have out here. It's useful. It was useful in the beginning, not so much anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. No point in having it there. Ah, and looks like Otter has finally gotten back to digging out the massive storage and the massive warehouse and crafting area. I almost said construction 3 times in a row there. That was mildly embarrassing. Oh man, look at all that meat right there. That's sure to make my ranchers happy. Alright, make sure you haul it all into the freezer, though, before you go to bed, Otter. And there we go. Look at all of that. A grand total of 1,049 buffalo meat. We are finally winning. We are winning this episode. Oh, it's nice when things go my way, which means in the coming episodes, I'm willing to bet Randy Random is gonna do something real mean. Real mean. I almost guarantee it. This is just how it goes, both with this particular storyteller and this series. Anytime anything goes my way, it gets ripped away in a couple of episodes. But not this time, because this time we have guns. Proper guns, not muskets. We have proper gun. We have one. We have one gun. We haven't built more, I suppose. Not to mention, we only have 2 people who I feel comfortable with having guns, that being Calhoun and Maze. Because Otter and Pi are slaves. If we give them guns and then they rebel, they'll just shoot us. Jaleel is non-violent, and Spain is paralyzed for the next 33 days. So not ideal on that front, but 2 guns, potentially. We have 1 gun right now. We should be able to get a 2nd gun soon. Should be good. Actually, what is Maze? Okay, you know what? Oh, Maze can't make a bolt-action rifle because it takes crafting 5! Okay, then. What kind of gun can you make? Can you make a revolver? Yes. Okay, can you make a shotgun? Shotguns are simple. No. Okay, we can make a revolver. You know what, though? I think I'll take a revolver. Oh, we can make a hand cannon. Ooh, scary. Let's just go ahead and just check through all of these. See if there's, like, any good long-range gun we can make for crafting 4. Okay, we can make a double-barrel shotgun and a hand cannon. Very interesting. Well, that really does put us in a predicament. Do we want... You know what? We're going to make a double-barrel shotgun. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have Maze go whip up a double-barrel shotgun. And some more ammunition, because we always need more. But shotgun first. Oh, we found money in the mountain. Very nice. We're not going to worry about that right now, though. Not too worried about money. I'm also no longer worried about food. I know I've said it a lot in the last couple minutes. I am just super happy about food, and now we have the flu. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is Randy Random at his finest. Okay, everyone. Just, we need you all to go ahead and go to your hospitals. Looks like Juliel's gonna go get some medicine to tend to themselves. That's actually good. It's really good. You know what, Maze? Go ahead, take a break from making your shotgun. Go tend to Razivmon. Man, they are just going way out there for medicine. Okay, Jaleel is now tending to Otter. Very good. Calhoun just can't sit still, apparently. Has to be working. Why don't you go ahead and just haul those slate chunks out of your room then, Calhoun? Just get those out of there. Can't have all my people dying to the flu. That would be really embarrassing. Alright. Calhoun is going to their bed. Jaleel will tend to them because Jaleel is the best doctor. In fact, apparently, Jaleel is a region-known master of being a doctor. Calhoun, what are you doing, my dude? There we go. Okay. Everybody's flus have been tended to. Now, it is the flu, so immunity is already going to be going up like crazy, and Jaleel has a high medical skill, which means even without medicine, the tend will be good. And I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode. A lot of progress, a lot of good, and then Randy Random hits us with the flu. Honestly, though, could have been worse. Could have been the plague again. I'm really sick of being hit with the plague. So I'm glad it was just the flu this time. So I guess I will see you all in the next episode.